Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, June 8th, 2015. If you want to follow us on Twitter, go to CATEX TV. Big news in the financial world today, especially in Germany, where the G7 summit is being held today in Munich. The two joint chief executives of Deutsche Bank are going to step down. This is in a very unexpected move. Comes shortly after the bank was fined for its role in the LIBOR manipulation scandal. The bank was fined about $2.5 billion for rigging LIBOR, ordered to fire 7 employees, and was accused of obstruction toward regulators in their investigations. In a unscheduled meeting held by the bank's supervisory board yesterday, the German bank said that Anshu Jain would leave at the end of this month, with his co-CEO Jürgen Fitchen staying until the bank's annual general meeting in 2016. Two men are being replaced by John Cryan, the British former chief financial officer of UBS. Angela Merkel, of course, who is hosting the G7 meeting in Munich, just south of Munich, is somewhat embarrassed by this, but the bank worked very quickly to reestablish control by the appointment of Cryan, who's very well respected in the industry. The American broker Arthur J. Gallagher has strengthened its leadership team in the UK with the appointment of 2 senior executives. Michael Ray, who comes from Towers, the Towergate Group, I should say, has been appointed as Chief Operating Officer, and Carol Richmond, who comes from Aon, is going to be appointed as Chief Risk Officer. Both will report to Graham Chilton, who is the CEO. The Italian investment house Exor received a setback late on Friday at the Bermuda Supreme Court. A lawsuit filed by Exor had sought to force Partner Re to release the information pertaining to non-beneficial shareholders so that the Agnelli-controlled Exor Group would be able to contact them directly regarding their voting options ahead of the shareholder meeting on July 24th, which is going to decide the fate of Partner Re. You'll recall, of course, that Partner Re wishes to merge with Axis. The Agnellis want to buy Partner Re outright for a very tempting cash offer. Partner Re claims that they're very pleased with the court's decision. Meanwhile, Exor indicates that they're not done yet by any stretch and is going to begin a public campaign to convince the shareholders to vote for their bid on the 24th of July. Interesting news in Turkey over the weekend. The ruling party's leadership has been seriously weakened. Turkish President Recep Erdogan, his ruling party, the Justice and Development Party, has lost its majority. The Kurdish People's Democratic Party has won 13% of the vote and now is going to be able to pass the 10% threshold, which actually will allow them to take their seats in the national parliament. It's hoped now that the peace process between the Turkish state and the Kurdish armed group, the PKK, might actually begin to move forward a little bit. The Justice Department of Turkey has been maintaining a close watch on things. The election violence was actually quite minimal. President Erdogan has not yet said anything. There was severe weather in the Midwestern United States and the Great Plains yesterday, with heavy rains and golf ball-sized hail coming down. No significant damage was done, but Kansas, Oklahoma, and Illinois were hit by flash flood warnings as well as the golf ball-sized hailstorms. The weather is now expected to push east, bringing storms to stretch from Missouri to southern New York. So we'll keep an eye on here in New Jersey. Meanwhile, there is a weakened hurricane. Hurricane Blanca is going to hit Los Cabos on the Mexican Baja Peninsula today. It's going to drop about 10 inches of rain. It's now been downgraded to a tropical storm, so it's certainly not going to be as much as it was on Saturday. It was actually a Category 4 hurricane, so it looks as if Los Cabos has dodged a significant bullet here. And in the world of thoroughbred racing, on Saturday at about 5:35 p.m. at the Belmont Stakes, the racehorse American Pharoah won the race and won the Triple Crown, the first time in 37 years that a horse has won the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes, and the Belmont Stakes. So there's significant rejoicing down at the farm that American Pharoah has already been flown back to. He's relaxing as well he should. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.